So by sending mixed signals, you're able to enhance what you are, like a prism, right? You put a white light and then it comes out with multiple colors. And when you don't do this, actually, let me give you an example. We all do this when we don't like people. When we're talking to someone and we don't want to hurt them, we sort of send mixed signals a lot of the times. But that's when we make them more obsessed about us. And we sort of don't understand that principle because we don't really analyze these things. But if you actually paid attention, when people liked you the most, when people felt more emotional towards you, it was when you were sending mixed signals. So let's read this. And this is chapter 3 in The Art of Seduction. It says, once people are aware of your presence, meaning they know you like them, they know you exist, right? Somebody says, hey, this person likes you, right? And it's me. I prefer to do that. I prefer somebody to say that I like them so that then they observe if that chismoso is saying the right is lying or not. And then I send them mixed signals. I act disinterested. So that sort of, they're like, oh, Father Alex likes me? Yeah. Let me see. The fuck, Father Alex is ignoring me. I thought he liked me. I don't know. Oh, what the fuck? And then the next day I show interest. Oh shit, wait a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work all the time, but you can see how it creates more emotional highs, and it's more, at least from what I see, it's just more interesting, right? Somebody left a bag here. All right. You need to stir up their interest before it settles on someone else. What is obvious and striking may attract their attention at first, but that attention is often short-lived. In the long run, ambiguity is more potent. Most of us are too ambiguous. Instead, be hard to figure out. Send mixed signals. Be both tough and tender, both spiritual and earthy, both innocent and cunning. A mix of qualities suggests depth, which fascinates even as it confuses. An elusive, enigmatic aura will make people want to get to know you more, drawing them into your circle. Create such a power by hinting at something contrary within you. This is why I tell people, as humans, we have contradicting things about us. I mean, everything about us is contradicting. But in the social realm, in public, we try to be consistent. And we try to hide our obvious contradicting. For example, the muscular guy who likes to watch Disney cartoons. That's an example. The man who has 5 kids and is a pastor who is gay on the side. The spiritual healer who is secretly an alcoholic. The nice girl who is extremely competitive in volleyball. The violinist who is a boxer. The wife who can fix a car, right? Those are things that in all of us exist. And to develop these contradictions that when people meet you, it'll make it easier for them to fall in love with you because of just how enigmatic you are. You develop those traits by getting to know yourself more. Getting in touch with your dark side and learning how to show it. For example, there was this one girl, and it's funny because this girl that I knew, she was in my art group, and she was helping me post ads about the art group on the streets here in Mexico. And she was like this super sweet girl. She came up to me. She was like, "Hey, are you the one posting these ads for the drawing group?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, can I join you? Let me help you out with that." And she was like this super sweet, "Hey, you know those creepy ones that always smile." And so I'm like, "Oh, she's a happy-go-lucky girl, really nice, really honest." And then we were gonna post an ad, and there was an ad like a flyer, and I was like, "Ah, fuck, we can't post a flyer there." She was like, "Fuck that shit." She just ripped it down and put our old ones, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And she was like, "Oops." I'm like, "Okay," right? Like, imagine that, right? She's this super nice girl, super happy-go-lucky, and then she's like, "Yo, fuck these ads, man." It was like for daycare. She's like, "Fuck that." She's like, "Fuck those kids." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, what? You know? And that's what I'm talking about. It's those contradictions which are natural in every single one of us, is what makes people fall in love with you. Those mixed signals. It could be, it's like the mysterious man, the playboy, who secretly is sad and alone, right? You're like, oh, he gets all the women in the world, but in reality, he feels lonely and doesn't feel loved. If that playboy can express that contradiction when in reality he's sad, depressed, can't connect with people, if he can express that to a woman who assumes he's this happy guy that has his life together, that's a contradiction that is really attractive, right? Let's read this right here. By the way, people, if you guys enjoy this is something we post on Patreon. So if you guys want to, this is like the book club, the Robert Greene book club. I'm starting to read it like this. It's a little bit better, to be honest with you. Let's read this on the same chapter. First, she had an angelic face, which drew men to her. It appeared to be paternal instinct, charming with its innocence. This is like a lot of only fangirls, right? The only fangirls that get a lot of guys who fall in love are all contradictions, because they all look sweet, happy-go-lucky pixie girl who does OnlyFans, right? It appealed to paternal instincts. Well, that explains. Speaking of, what's gonna say? That's dark. That's a dark thing for me to say. Actually, I can't bring that up. It appealed to paternal instincts, charming with its innocence. But then there was a second quality peeking through, in the flirtatious look, the wild dancing, the sudden gaiety. All these men were caught off guard, right? She had this sweet innocence about her face, but then when she moved, she was not innocent at all. It's like bears, right? Why friend-shaped? If friend-shaped, why not friend, right? You're like, oh my God, a bear, but it can eat you alive. And that's what makes bears so fascinating, at least for me. Clearly, there was more to her than they thought, and intriguing complexity. When alone, they would find themselves pondering these contradictions, as if a poison were coursing through their blood. That's what I'm talking about, right? When you're not there, there are contradictions, and you could find these contradictions. It could just be that you look one way. It's like a grandma, right? Like a grandma. She's like, hey, little kid, shut the fucking door. Like, it's like, what the fuck, Granny? Granny, you cursing? Shut the fuck up, nigga. Whoa, Granny. You're white. Why are you saying that? I don't care. I'm almost dead. I'm like, all right, little racist there. Elizabeth? Yeah, man. Give me the basketball. Let's play 2K. What? You play 2K? Yeah, I love 2K. And put some little Weezy in there too. Like, okay, she listens to rap. Okay, Granny curses, little racist, listens to rap, plays NBA 2K. She's hip. Right? And I can promise you, as me, I'm kidding around right now, right? But like that, those contradictions, which are innate to you, is really what makes you attractive. And it's insane how often we sort of underestimate how interesting we are. We're born, if you're trying to, of course you're born because you're not being yourself. If your creepy side, if you know how to be congruent with that creepy side, it's the part that fascinates people, right? Especially if it goes against your public image. Whatever it was you wanted, whether coquettish she-devil or unattainable goddess, she surely encouraged this illusion by keeping her men at a certain distance, so they would never figure her out. Now, these types of women, now this is how you keep somebody obsessed with you, right? That's different, because to keep them obsessed, it's all about distance. To make them fall in love, you use those contradictions to keep them interested long enough for them to develop feelings for you, right? Because at the end of the day, if they're really gonna love you, they can't just be obsessed with you. They gotta actually get to know you, right? The seductive process involves filling someone's mind with your image, your innocence or beauty, your intellectualness, for example. Your flirtatiousness can attract their attention. but not their obsession. The obsession happens, they will soon move on and find somebody with a striking image. To deepen their interest, you must first hint at complexity that cannot be grasped within a week or two. You are an elusive mystery, an irresistible lure, promising great pleasures if only can be possessed. Once they begin to fantasize about you, they are on the brinks of the slippery slope of the seduction and will not be able to stop themselves from sliding down. And so, develop yourself and develop. If you're a man, develop your feminine side and have an outward appearance of a masculine side. If you're feminine, if you're a woman, develop your feminine side and develop your masculine side, but keep the outward appearance of the feminine. The more the masculine is developed to the outward feminine, and the more the feminine is developed to the outward masculine, the more interesting, the more elusive, the more fantastical you become. Like, you just fascinate people, right? Because it's really why we find these things with the Epstein thing so fascinating, because it goes against what they appear, right? Speaking back of that, it goes against what they appear on the outside. They're of course, if you know politicians, you know that's bullshit. But like, oh, they're pro kids, pro this, they're so angelic, all these moral high ground. But in the shadows, they do illegal business dealings and all that kind of stuff, right? But that's the point, right? That's what makes all of these things so scandalous and so fascinating in the bad way. Well, we're trying to do it in the good way, right? Like, he's a good guy. She was a great guy. I wish her well. Hey, man, that's some crazy shit, people, man. So that's how you make people fall in love with your personality. This is how you do it. It's really, but again, it takes self-control, because you got to control what you reveal to people about yourself. All right. Anyways, people, if you guys want to learn more about, if you guys like this type of like teaching, reading from the book, join our Patreon. We all know my women's channel is not doing so well, so y'all better join the Patreon in case my channel closes. And yeah, man. Anyways, take care.